I'm telling you, that damn Teddy P, after he had the accident, the things that I would have done to that man's face. Where's my wife? The things I would have done to Teddy P's face, you hear me? I would have, ooh. Anyway. Hello, love bugs. If you have not already done so, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our Patreon book club, please hit the link below so that you could be privy to all the shenanigans before YouTube gets it, if YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about some Teddy P. Close the door. You don't have to worry no more. So anyway, I felt like being in love, so I've been listening to Teddy P, which prompted me to look up any information that I could find on cable about Teddy P. And lo and behold, I came across a Showtime documentary that came out in 2019. I don't believe that a lot of people knew about it, or at least I didn't know about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you my commentary on it. I'm going to try to be, I don't know, sometimes I just be talking to y'all hoes, be thinking it be funny, okay? It's not my fault that you bitches like to laugh. Wasted Talent production through the BBC, and it was called Teddy Pendergrass, If You Don't Know Me. Okay. So how it opens up is they actually have a green Rolls Royce. I don't know if it's old school. I don't know if it was Teddy. Maybe it was Teddy's because it did have a Teddy Pendergrass license plate on it. So it might have been Teddy's, okay? But it was a green Rolls Royce that was driving, okay? Didn't show the face. It just had his nostalgic music in the background. Oh. At this point, he's on Soul Train, fine as fuck. Fine as fuck. He might have been 16 or 17 years old. I don't know how old the motherfucker was, okay? But he was there on stage with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. So the next scene is Sammy is interviewing Teddy P about Philadelphia and the Philadelphia sound. And what came out of that interview was he was talking about that he used to be in the streets when he was young. He said he used to be the baddest jitterbug out there. Now, I don't know what the fuck a jitterbug is, okay? But he said that he was the baddest, and I believe him. So, yeah, it was some fugazi stuff going on with Teddy P, but I'm gonna leave that there till we get there. So Teddy P told Sammy Davis Jr. during this interview that when I go back to the neighborhood, and I tell the cats, what's up? Child, he got me saying cats. But when I tell the cats, what's up? This is me. I used to run this area. He said the young dudes will be like, oh man, get the fuck away from here. Where his mother is speaking, still alive as of 2019, and she is friggin' amazing. You can just tell when a black woman is full of strength, right? So she said that she was a single mother, and then they go into playing some recordings of how Teddy P was talking about how his mother raised him to be independent and strong. He said that from kindergarten to 6th grade, he walked through 2 gang territories by himself. Child, I hate to say this, but child, Teddy P, I love you, but that ain't shit. Okay, I mean, goddamn, I had to walk through Church and Quarters. What was that? And what was that around there? But anyway, I had to walk through 2 rough neighborhoods too. Sometimes people be putting 20 on 10, child. That's not that bad. Plus, when we moved, I had to catch, I was catching buses by myself at 7, okay, in goddamn Washington, D.C. So, sometimes, like I said, they be putting 20 on 10, okay? Shit. And plus, D.C. kids, they don't get bus rides. They don't get bus rides. We walk to school. And one of Teddy P's friends described growing up in Philly as vicious almost. You was either the predator or the prey. Also, like Rickety James, TP also spoke about how he used to hook school and go down there to the Uptown Theater, and who he used to love to watch was Jackie Wilson. TP loved his style. He loved the attention that the women got because they was throwing their panties and bras on stage, smacking Jackie Wilson in the face with their dirtiest underwear, and he wanted that. Child, could you imagine all that screaming and hollering and sweating? Child, that should be done smell like chicken noodle soup on stage. But anyway, so then here we have Lloyd. Is that his first name or last name? I'm not sure. But he was another member of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, okay? Or the Blue Notes, okay? Because at first it wasn't Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. It was the Blue Notes. But they would sing out on the corner together when they asked supposed to be in school, okay? But Teddy P at this time, he was sure that that was what he was going to do with his life. He was going to be in entertainment, and he was going to have panties thrown on the stage like Jackie Wilson. And here comes Questlove, and he spoke about the Philly unity. I would describe Philly the same way that I would describe Atlanta and Washington, D.C. When it comes down to artistry and musicianship, they are very supportive with each other, and that's what Questlove said about Philly, that they do collaborations, they help connect people. They do what they need to do to help bring each other up. Maybe that's why it's called the city of brotherly love, okay? Same thing with DC. We do the same thing, but instead of it being rapping or, R&B or neo-soul, it's go-go. Down here in Atlanta, these people down here in Atlanta, they do, whatever it is they need to do to help bring up other rappers or hip hop artists, okay? Where Gamble and Huff are sitting in a chair and they're talking about their relationship with Harold. Harold from Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Now, Harold is the one that found Teddy. I Miss You was the first record. TP was the attractive one. Okay, he was also the lead singer on it with his pork chop sideburns and that goddamn snatchback. Okay, and Harold Melvin threw the Blue Notes in the trick bag. Now let me tell you why. Pay attention. Harold Melvin was so insecure because Teddy P was the lead singer, but Harold Melvin was the owner and leader of the band that he decided, oh no. See, these bitches want to, they looking at Teddy P, they want to give him vagina. But no, this is my band. And if anybody's going to get any vagina, it's going to be me, okay? So he turned the band from the Blue Notes to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes because he didn't want it to be no discrepancies of who the hell was in charge. The problem was nobody knew who the hell Harold was. They didn't know if it was Teddy, or at least they thought it was Teddy, because they was confused, okay? Because the leader is normally the lead singer. But that's not always the case because, Kool and the Gang, their lead singer was JT, okay? And that's enough. I would love to hear about them. Child, I know JT got so many ladies. That nigga probably got more butt than ashtray. You hear me? Oh, baby. My heart is full of love and desire for you. So come on now and do what you got to do. He on Soul Train, okay, with his little bush. I'm glad he cut off that snatchback. Okay, leave that to the ladies. That's when he on there with his old full nappity beard. Oh, yes. Teddy P and Frankie DeBeverly is the only two men that I have ever seen in my life that can't have a shape up. Back of their neck be so goddamn beady. You be like, what is that growing on the back of your neck? And you would still be like, is there any place, you would like to go later? Now, remember I told you earlier that we have tapes, okay? I guess Teddy is recording his life, maybe after he had the accident. That's a tool that he used in order to cope, okay? So we're back at the tapes, and Teddy is revealing that Melvin, from Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, was making considerably much more money than the Blue Notes. One time when they was on tour, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, that nigga staying down there to the Wilshire Hotel. Teddy P and the rest of the Blue Notes is staying at the old Cooter's Crib. And you know what's up with the Cooter's Crib. You only use them for an hour, okay? They ain't even got no shower in there. It's one of them toilet and sink things, the kind of thing, you know, you throw your ding dong on this, you know, their ding ding on the sink, wash it up, go back home to your wife. And then Teddy P said, you know what, Harold, let me talk to you right quick. He go over there, talk to Harold. Harold, I need some money, okay? I need a couple of $100, bruh. So while he there in the room with Harold Melvin said, you know what, I'll be right back. Okay, now Teddy P stood up and followed his ass to the room, okay? And in that room, underneath the mattress, that nigga had stacks of money. He said Harold Melvin gave him only $200. That's it. That's motherfucking all. Only $200. Okay, and he had stacks of bread. Teddy P had made up in his mind, oh, I'm leaving this nigga forever. The last song was, metaphorically, the best suited song. Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. Now, after that song, Teddy P left. The blue notes left. Fuck your bitch. Go spend up your money that you got hidden underneath the mattress or in the television set. Wherever the money is, bye. Harold, he in his feelings, so he go around there to Gamble and Huff, okay, you know, who basically owned the Philadelphia sound, okay? He went on around there to Gamble and Huff. Harold Melvin be an old hater. Listen, that TP left me, fuck him. Now, Gamble and Huff was like, whoa, brother. You ain't thinking properly, okay? That TP got something there, okay? I don't know what you and him got together going on, but they ain't got shit to do with Gamble and Huff, okay? Because we finna make our money off that motherfucker Teddy P. And you can stay in your feelings over there in the corner for the rest of your goddamn life, okay? But we about to get on this train, okay? Teddy P's first single was I Don't Love You Anymore. Shit, I love you, Teddy. I always love you, Teddy. So here we are. It's time for Teddy P to make a band, okay? He decides he wants to call the band the Teddy Bear Orchestra. And he was working with a woman who was a girlfriend and the manager. Now, she was already a big deal down there to the Philly because she had a couple of hair salons, okay? And in fact, members of the Teddy P Orchestra has said that they used to practice in one of her salons. Teddy Bear Angels, that would be Melva, Harriet, and Cherie. Okay, he recruited them. I need you. You can sing. I need you. Come sing with me right here. That's what I do. What I need you to do. Some of the band members, they auditioned, right? But then he came up with an idea that, you know what, I need some dancers. I'm like, dancers, brother? You need dancers? That's too many motherfuckers on your payroll. But I digress. One of Teddy P's girlfriends, man, he had so many girlfriends on this documentary. I said, goddamn. Okay, and none of them hated him. None of them. They all loved him. They all spoke very highly of him. But anyway, back to the point. One of his girlfriends has said that Teddy told her that his relationship with Taz was one of the most important relationships he's ever had in his life. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess a lot of times when you deal with men who are raised by single women, it's important for them to maintain a strong black woman in the background. Okay, so that's why I believe that he really had so much love for Taz. But hold on, nigga. We ain't got there yet, but we're getting there. He was a little blinded when it came down to her because she had him to sign a contract. But the percentage of how much she would get off of him was, let's say, not to his liking, okay? Coincidentally, Taz had gotten murdered. The bodyguard said that Teddy P had a look of relief on his face when he found out. Okay. I'm not saying that man had nothing to do with that lady's murder. Y'all can put it below. Hey, I'm just the messenger, bro. I'm just a messenger. But yeah, okay, yeah, something ain't right about that. But now it's this dude. I do not know his name, but he was you could tell that nigga was a jitterbug, as TP calls it. You could tell that motherfucker was old jitterbug in the streets. Okay, now he old as hell now, but you could tell that he got into some things in his life. So anyway, he telling a story. All right. I'm going to call him Old Head. The Old Head telling his story, okay? And he's talking about how Teddy P was hanging around with the Black Mafia I told y'all, when y'all in them streets, sometimes you can't cut them ties permanently, okay? The old head knew of a conversation that was had, okay? Where members of the Black Mafia was telling TP, that girl Taz, she in the way. Yeah, we need to handle that. Now, the old head, being friends with Taz, tried to go back and to tell Taz, girl, you need to watch your back, girl. Because, you know, them niggas is after you, all right? You need to watch your back. Taz responded cavalierly, I ain't worried about them. Bitch, what? Okay, I don't give a fuck if it was a Nike shoe mafia, bitch. Anybody with mafia at the last name, you need to go get that thing, okay? You need to go get that and be prepared. 2 days later, after the old head warned her, she was found, let's say, scatterbrained in her house. Now, TP copping, please. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't tell that lady to, you know, walk into that house at that time in a minute. I don't know. That ain't my life. I don't know, sir. A female friend, okay, said that back in the day, it was a whole lot of thugging in the music business. The bodyguard is giving his commentary about the Taz and Teddy situation. The bodyguard just simply said, listen, if Taz wanted to destroy Teddy P, she could, if she wanted to. I said, oh shit. This is even more reasons to think that Teddy P was involved. So they say now that Taz is still an unsolved mystery, okay? But the old head said, yeah, I know who did it, but I ain't telling nobody. I said, you better not. Now, half the motherfuckers who did it, the person that probably did it is old and dead now. But still, you know, how you just gonna ask somebody on camera who did it? I know who did it. Why was you, anyway, that OG was a whole trip. Right now, what he has is Alice Cooper. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but that's old heavy metal, sick motherfucker that bite the head off of bats. Not Ozzy Osbourne, but another person that eat bloody chicken, something like that. But Alice Cooper's manager, Shep, wanted to be Teddy P's manager. But he said it was other Jews. That's his words, or Jewish people clamoring around the door like groupies, so he just left. And Teddy P heard about him just leaving, okay? And who the hell is you to just leave? Don't you, you know, you need to fight for my attention too, brother. Shep said, look, this is how I'm going to prove to you that, you know, I'm your man, okay? You're going to come across a lot of money. You're going to come across a lot of booger sugar. I'm going to make sure that you're able to get up and go to your event, even though you hide shit. And when they rob your ass, when the bitches rob your ass, I'm going to make sure that you still got money in your pocket. So the first thing that Shep did when he was hired as the manager was to fire the dancers. Okay, good job. You don't need no dancers. You're a brand new artist. You want to keep all your money, okay? But TP, being old lover boy that he is, one of the dancers, he liked her, okay? So what he said was, now that you don't work for me no more, will you date me, okay? Shep goes on to talk about how one day when, you know, TP is making his rounds, there's a promoter, okay? He go to the bathroom, talk to the promoter. Mr. Promoter, where the hell is the money? The promoter say, what money? What you talking about? Shep say, that's a concern. Wait a minute. Hold on, what's going on? Shep go talk to TP, and TP explained to him the chitlin circuit, which meant that basically it's like you going out on tour for free. You get to use the person's venue and promote yourself, right? Shep is like, oh no, we can't do this chitlin circuit shit. And Shep said, not my words, but his words, he was like, from now on, we're going to utilize white promoters because the black promoters took advantage. I don't know about that. All you had to do is just ask for money. Okay, let me get some money. Then also in that conversation about the chitlin circuit, Teddy P explained to him, bruh, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you this. My last manager was murdered. In August 1978, and Teddy P is working with white promoters only. Like I said, I don't see what color has to do with him utilizing promoters. You just demand the money. Just if they not paying up front, then you don't work with them. I don't know why white promoters understand the business more than a black promoter would. I don't get that, you know, but that was crazy to me. But anyway, we got a sold out show, okay? It was for women only because Shep came up with the idea that, oh, these ladies love Teddy P. Okay, what we need to do is come up with for ladies only or women's only show. They do that now, you know. I mean, not now, because you know you can't do nothing. You can't even go outside. But you know, they've done that before, like Genuine and Tyrese and who else did it? I don't know. El DeBarge. I don't know, but they've done that before, and it really worked for Teddy P. So I would say that Teddy P and Shep was the innovator of for women's only concerts. Now men went too, you know, but Teddy P was like, look, I ain't trying to take your woman. I'm just trying to warm her up for you for later. Now he on Merv Griffith now. Shout out to Merv Griffith. Me and my grandma used to stay up and watch Merv. I loved Merv. Is Merv still alive? But anyway, he on Merv Griffith, telling a story about how this woman got backstage and pulled a knife out on him and told him, listen, if I can't have you, none of these bitches are gonna have you. You know, okay. I told you it was probably like 82 girlfriends in this documentary, but I'm gonna say this. They all were very beautiful back in the day. They still are very, very beautiful, older, attractive women. I don't know how old they are, maybe in the 60s, 65, 70, I don't know. But they are still beautiful. OTP knew how to pick them. Now this was strange to me. Oh, actually not strange because it's TP. It was, I don't know. It was like he was Floyd Mayweather or something, because it's like all the girls knew what was up. They knew that he had bitches. Now he on stage performing TKO in concert, sweating, back of his neck beady, no shape up at all, and smiling with them pretty white teeth. Ooh, I loved me some TP. I think I better let it go. Looks like another love TKO. One of his girlfriends talked about how TP had always had a concern about how he really didn't have a relationship with his father. Flash to his mother. His mother had said that she promised him that he would meet his father if it was the last thing she did in life. So eventually he met his father, okay? And TP, feeling, I don't know, ashamed or embarrassed. Here go this whole man that took whole part in making me, and I don't know this motherfucker, right? But the mother said, son, I need you to look at him, okay? Because I need you to know who your father is. His dad, at 47 years old, was stabbed to death, okay? And let's move on to talk about his children. He said he had 3 children that were born all in the same year by 2 mothers. He had twin girls and a son. Child, whenever that happened, I'd be like, ooh, your dick was so dirty that year. Now he's back at Merv Griffith discussing 5 platinum albums. That's a big deal, okay? That means you a bad motherfucker, okay, when you got that platinum, all right? So then they flash to Questlove. Questlove remembered a time where he was in elementary school. And he always knew, or all the children knew, when TP was in town or in the area, because here it is, noon, lunchtime, and you could hear women screaming for blocks. And they knew they wasn't screaming because somebody was beating their ass. It was because they saw TP in the area. They also talked about how Philadelphia police gave Teddy P a very hard time. I believe that. I really do. You ain't got to be no rapper for the police to be on your neck. Like I said, that nigga was involved with some street shit before and maybe during, I don't know. The police, you know, them some hating motherfuckers. You know that's what they do. They mad because he drive Rolls Royce and, you know, they drive a skateboard. They flashed back to when he was a child, okay? He was young. There was a robbery, all right? All Teddy P knew was that all the black kids was running. So his ass started running. I mean, what black person, period? I don't care if you were a child or adult. I don't care. What black person, period? If you see some niggas running, you're not going to run too. What you going to do, stand there and wait? See, that's the difference. White people wait. White people wait. They want to see what the hell people's running from. We don't do that. But because TP ran, he ended up in a juvenile facility. So Teddy P is there, but he ain't reached that crossover appeal yet. So what he did while he was in London on stage was sing Kenny Rogers' Lady. Oh, beautiful song. Now, do I think Teddy pulled it off? Yes. Teddy can pull off anything. You know what's weird? When I see people, I be like, did you have that voice at like 8? Were you singing like that at 8 or 10 or 13? Because his voice is very strong and heavy and masculine. And I'm like, what did you do to your throat for it to be like that? Like, is that a sign of you? Were you eating peaches or something back then, very early or something? Because something ain't right. Like Johnny Gill, you'd be like, Johnny, why didn't you sound like that at 14? One of his friends had said that him and TP had a ritual that they would do. Okay, so they would go to see Julius Erving play, and then sometimes after the game, they would go to the bar or something. Now, one time, child, ooh, yikes. This one gonna get a little touchy, okay? But I'm gonna tell you the honest truth about what I feel about this, right? Because that was a problem to me of how the media branded TP after this situation. So hold on, here it comes. So they at the bar, TP the man. The friends say, you here with a girl, you know that, right? And he like, yeah, but I'm a bad motherfucker though. I want her too, okay? So what he did was, he took his girlfriend home, but in the car was this other girl named Yvette, okay? Now, on the way home, it was raining, okay? And the girlfriend was like, look, I need you to slow down because it's kind of slippery out here. Make sure that you're good, just be careful, They didn't care, okay? Everybody knew what was up. The girl in the car, she like, I don't know what the fuck is up, but he took that girl home to where he lived, okay, or where they lived, or where they was hunching at the time, whatever the case may be. And then the second girl, I guess she got in the front, okay, her time to pretend to be the girlfriend. And then they got into a horrific accident. The accident was bad. They had to use the jaws of life to get him out of there. They put him on what they call the spinal board, and he went to the hospital. Firefighters or the EMTs who was there to respond to the accident had said, listen, that area was notorious or is notorious for bad accidents, and it could have happened. Now, according to Teddy P, his brakes didn't respond when he turned the corner. Now, his OG, the one that I told you about that's told everybody that he was affiliated to the Black Mafia, he say that somebody was trying to get him because how you have 3 cars and the brakes are cut on all 3 cars? Say what, nigga? Now, the doctor that he had that worked with him, oh, man, I would say that he was a miracle worker, okay, because he had so much respect for Teddy P and his talent. The doctor, who was a trained opera singer himself, had said that he intubated him himself because he didn't want, anybody, Ray or, Shecky, to come in and intubate him and mess up his throat. So now it's on the news. And the girlfriend at home is getting all these calls because they like, girl, are you okay, girl? You was in an accident with Teddy P? She like, no, I'm right here. But she wasn't mad about that. She was just, like I said, I believe all of them understood what was going on because he had 2 women in the car that was not the main girl. So okay. Teddy P ended up breaking his neck and there was no recovery. Teddy would never walk again, but he would live. Now, Schlitz Malt Liquor and TP had a deal, okay? Schlitz Malt Liquor, did he take that from Billy D? They canceled the campaign as soon as they found out that the second woman that was in the car with him, the one who had the accident, was trans. You couldn't pull that shit now, okay? If anybody was in an accident with anybody in a car that was trans and then you're going to try to snatch the deal from them because the woman was trans, oh no, you would get sued. A lot of people throw up the fact that Teddy P knew that was a trans woman. First of all, it's a trans woman. She said that she had her surgery in 1977, long before he met her. She was a woman at that time, okay? Yes, she was born a man, but she was so beautiful. Even now that I don't believe that he knew that that was a trans woman. Like everybody who spoke on it said that she was beautiful. Nobody knew, you know, and I'm a woman. I didn't know that that was the trans woman that they was talking about when I was watching the documentary, because I forgot, you know, she's trans. Like, damn, she looked good. She looked great. Okay, so that was another speculation, or that was another concern that he had to deal with, on top of the fact that he couldn't walk no more. Everybody that was on the documentary was like, I didn't know that that was a trans woman. I didn't know either. You know, it's not like I was fucking her, but I didn't know. You know, I must have forgot about the situation because, you know, people from time to time do still bring it up. I don't care. I don't think he knew. If y'all would have seen the documentary, and this lady, I mean, I don't know how old she is now. She could be 78. I don't know. But she is still friggin' beautiful. She's exceptionally beautiful. You know, all the women he messed with that I seen on that documentary was exceptionally beautiful. Shep dumbass said that probably what happened was when TP was driving, he reached in between her legs and grabbed a pickle. Okay, but the lady said that she had her surgery long before she ever met him. So that couldn't have been it, you know. That's what Shep said. Shep said he grabbed her pickle and drove off a road. No, Shep, there wasn't no pickle there by the time he grabbed it, okay? Now, this is where the money problems came, because TP couldn't make any music. I told you his voice was gone. He didn't have no gigs. He didn't have anything, you know, and that means that if TP's not making any money, then the band isn't making any money. The production isn't making any money. March 26, 1982 was the first time that he had a real sense of consciousness since the accident, okay? And then TP felt like he was at his lowest point. He wanted to die, okay? And then a doctor by the name of Dr. Gottlieb, he was a psychotherapist who also was in a wheelchair, had reached out to Teddy P to help him. He wanted to sing again. Now, the thing about it was, the way the doctor described it was that he needed his back in order to force out certain sounds. But because he could move his biceps, that was what they utilized, along with a certain kind of belt apparatus that would help him to be able to belt out certain notes. No, his voice is not at 100% again, but he could sing again. The next album, okay, because Shep was right when he said, regardless of what is going on with you, you're still Teddy P, and the women still love you. Facts. He made the song In My Time. It went gold. It wasn't his normal platinum, but I mean, I was just happy for the fact that it did get some kind of recognition. It did go gold. Live Aid was in Philly one year, okay? And the support from Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson encouraged him to participate in the Live Aid, okay? Now, what they did was they introduced him, meaning Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson. They were actual friends, and they wanted him to sing again, okay? And what they sung was Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand. I was like, he can sing that? I mean, doesn't that belong to the Temptations or the Supremes or somebody? And I said, oh yeah, wait. Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson wrote that song. They own that song. They can give that song to whoever the hell they want to give it to. So that's what they sang, all three of them together, on the Live Aid stage in Philly. Teddy P continued to record after that, okay? I guess that's what he needed to help him to be a better person. Sometimes that's what it takes. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron love. Have a good one.